Hi, welcome to Transitions. I'm Antoinette, your host. I'm so pleased today to be here at Cinematheque, right in the heart of the city of Winnipeg. And with me, I have the program director of the Winnipeg Film Group, Ben. As well, I have Kelechi, who is a young filmmaker. I'm going to turn it over right now to Ben to tell us a little bit about the Afro Prairie Film Festival.
Hello everyone. Basically, the Afro Prairie Film Festival is an event that happened for the first time here in Manitoba. And basically what it is we have a film festival hosted specifically for Black folk, with Black creators, Black writers, Black directors. It's the first one of its kind in Central Canada. And I work as a production center director at the film group, and I've been here for 4 years, and we have never really hosted anything like this. So it's been with Alexa Parashnik is her last name, or first name and last name. And basically she is the one who was the brainchild behind all of this. And last year, at the end of last year, we came together along with she came together along with the Winnipeg Film Group to produce this event. So it's been it was an amazing event. We had a lot of people show up, and it was a very successful thing that we had here in the city.
Thank you, Ben. And I attended, and I totally enjoyed it. And I would say it's for all Winnipeggers, Manitobans, Canadians who are visiting, or others. And I'll just turn it over to Kelechi to tell us a little bit about his film that I totally enjoyed.
Thank you. I was one of the featured filmmakers at the Afro Prairie Film Festival. My name is Kelechi. Basically, I've been self-taught in photography and videos for about the past 1.5 to 2 years, and this was one of the ways that I actually got involved in the film festival, actually creating the project originally during Nuit Blanche back in 2017, and through that we then posted the videos online. It got a lot of momentum within the city, and I was invited to be a part of the film festival here during Black History Month back in February. So it was really interesting, both seeing people's reactions to my work online, but then also in person, and having an audience actually engage with the content in my films, which was a series of interviews of Black leaders, artists, and basically people from different backgrounds, showing the diversity of us as a community. And having people see that and connect with it in different mediums was something that was really exciting. And that's one of the main reasons why I picked up a camera in the first place.
Thank you so much. And now we'll roll some of your work and enjoy, folks.
Hi, my name is Isha, and today I'm going to talk about my smile. So a lot of people don't know this, but growing up as into puberty too, I was constantly bullied because of my smile, just for the fact that I had a very wild smile, and my gums were sticking out. So when you're growing up, you have little milk teeth, so it looked really bad. Anyways, so being who I was, it was so hard for me to hide my smile, because as soon as somebody would crack a joke, it's just ha 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 ha, and I can't help it. But I had to do all these little whatever. But the part that crushed me the most for me when I was that age, it's pretty hard to overcome your insecurities, so-called. It turned out to become an insecurity without even me thinking of it being an insecurity. Because I was just constantly made fun of when we had class photos, and they asked us to smile, and I would just sit there because I didn't want to open my mouth because of how big my smile is and how kind of ugly it looked. But then growing up and being a teenager now still, it's so hard for me to hide my smile, because when I approach somebody, the first thing I do is smile, because it's an automatic thing, and it's become contagious. And right now I'm still learning how to control my smile, I guess, but it's hard still. Whenever I smile, I just think about, don't smile too wide, don't try too hard, don't try and hide it, because some people will look at your gums or your teeth or whatever. But right now where I'm at, I've learned how to turn it into a good thing. And it's really helped me grow as a female too, because when you smile, it lights up your face, and it just lights up the atmosphere. So one thing I told myself is, if I'm gonna smile, I better make it a great smile. So whenever I talk, I always smile. I can't help it, and whenever I'm talking or like laughing with other people, you always just see me with their a big ass smile. But it's turned out to be something great, and I've overcome it maturely, I feel, and I've been using it to my best advantage. So one thing I can say is, don't hate yourself for what people say about you, because you never know where your smile might take you. The end. I don't know that. The end. Oh God. Okay, the end.
I hope that on seeing what you just saw, that you will really consider putting the Afro Prairie Film Festival in your diary for February 2019.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to mention was the Winnipeg Film Group. We've been around for 40 years, and we are an organization that supports all independent filmmakers in Manitoba. So basically, we have a distribution department, a production department, and we also have the Cinematheque here, right here in the Art Space building. And basically, we host events, we rent gear, we rent a studio space, and if you're interested in making films, if you have any interest whatsoever, we are here for you, and we have our upcoming 48-hour film contest coming up, and that's something that is huge for the city and goes to the Gimli Film Festival. So there's a lot of things happening. Come meet me here at the Winnipeg Film Group. Ben Williams at winnipegfilmgroup.com.
Thank you, both of you, for being here, and I'll be right back. Welcome to the Seven Oaks Hospital. We are at the Wellness Institute, and I have here with me a person of interest, and he happens to be the executive director of Alcoa, Manitoba, and he's going to be telling us all about the Seniors Games.
Okay, thanks very much for this opportunity. We just wanted to encourage anybody who is 55 years of age or older in Manitoba, you qualify. And even if you are not 55 yet, but you are turning 55 by December 31st, 2018, you would qualify for these 55 plus games. They will be happening in Glenboro, Manitoba. Quite a small community, but we're going to expand the population by at least 3 times the number, June 12th, 13th, and 14th. And we have a whole selection of over 20 different events. So whether you are athletically inclined and very mobile and very experienced in sport activities, or if you just like hanging out with other people and want to have some fun, the Manitoba 55 Plus Games are for you.
Do you have to be part of a team, or can you just enter on your own, and where do you enter?
You can participate as an individual. We have team events, so we have things like slow pitch, curling, floor curling now. We actually did have a special winter event, stick curling and ice curling, that has already taken place in Glenboro, and they had a great success. In fact, it was so popular we had to make up a waiting list. But we have slow pitch, we have floor curling, floor shuffleboard, carpet bowling. So those are some of the team activities. We also have smaller teams, but in terms of doubles matches for pickleball. And just a little bit about pickleball. We actually helped to introduce pickleball through the Manitoba 55 Plus Games several years ago in Arbor, Manitoba. And that was a demonstration sport, but it has grown so much that from just a handful of pickleball players, snowbirds coming from down south, where they played pickleball. We now have thousands of older adults throughout the province playing pickleball, and that's been a huge success story. For the viewers, those who are trying to think, am I good enough? Would I embarrass myself if I came out? No, you will not embarrass yourself. In fact, you'll surprise yourself what you can do. And that's what these games are about. They're actually there to help you to taste the activities, to get a sense of what it's about, and no matter what age you are, you still have an opportunity to learn. So we are doing our best to help people feel comfortable in being a participant at these games, and we encourage everybody to contemplate it and give it a try.
Who would they contact if they'd just like to volunteer to help out with first aid or any other kind of ways that you can volunteer? Is there a...
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the volunteer aspect, because a lot of people actually, they're not sure, they're not confident enough to maybe be a participant in an event, so they do volunteer, and that's how they find out about the games and what they're about. And we have a good track record from people who have signed up to be volunteers. The very next year, they're in. They become participants. So there is a conversion. Doesn't have to progress that way, but there is a natural conversion and an evolution to being a participant. And then, once they're participating, they're in.
And so there's a phone number then that people can call then to either register and compete or volunteer, right?
The number, if you wanted to volunteer or to become registered, there is a games number, and it's 204-261-9257. We also have a toll-free number.
So as you can see, folks, we are all for fitness here at Shaw, and we look forward to more coverage in the future of the seniors games.
Okay. I just wanted to mention too, we talked about the wide range of activities from the very athletic. We have what we call the brain healthy games. So there's a whole set of games that would include table games such as whist, cribbage, and even Scrabble. We have a lot of older adults that are participating there. They come out, they're in a carpool, they come together, they have a great time, and it's a wonderful experience. And through the games, I'll mention that although this is a 3-day event that happens once a year, we are hoping through the games to encourage older adults all across the province to continue doing this and being involved year-round.
So thank you, Jim. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, and I look forward to watching and hearing more in the future about the games.
Thank you, and when are you registering?
Oh, well, give me a bit of time to think about that.
Okay.
I'll definitely be in for the Scrabble, though.
Okay.